Hi, welcome to Quiltinator.com. I'm Michelle Johnson. Today's topic, challenges. I have done lots of challenges over the years. Some of them have been ugly fabrics. Ugly fabric. That is a favorite among people. So they take a piece of fabric that somebody thinks is ugly, and obviously it was fabric made so somebody thought it was pretty to begin with. And they give you a piece of this ugly fabric. The first picture I'll put up is a guild challenge that we did years ago. My daughter was in the guild with me at the time, and so she gave me her piece of ugly fabric, and then we upcycled a pair of coveralls for my youngest daughter at the time, and we even made her a little headscarf. So I'll put those pictures up real quick. And part of my online guild, we also did an ugly challenge fabric. And I'll put that picture of the original fabric up. Now what I have done, this has been years ago, so this has been sitting forever in my closet. And I put it together with enough batting, enough backing, and then this paper towel tube, which is why we don't throw stuff away, I made binding, and then I just put it all across the paper towel tube and then pinned it on there. And then I pinned the quilt on there as well. But I made each of these little blocks. And when you look back at that fat quarter, you'll see that the repeat was very close together, and that's how I was able to make these little swirling 4-patch blocks. Another kind of challenge that I've done would have to be with just doing something with a certain color. So we've done things like that through the years, but also what I'm doing at the moment with my small group, it's 8 fat quarters. And so you just take 8 fat quarters, or however many people are in your group that you're going to do this with. We happen to have 8. So what we did is we took 8 fat quarters, and we gave each person a fat quarter around the table. Then what each person did is you took your first fat quarter and you cut it in half. Then you take that largest piece and you put it in your pile. And then whether you go to the right or to the left, doesn't matter, you just continue to go in that same direction. And then you pass the other piece to that side. So the second piece you're going to get is a half of a fat quarter, and you're going to cut that in half to where you have a quarter of a fat quarter. And you're going to pass it over. And then you're going to cut it in half again. And now you're going to have an eighth of a fat quarter. Eventually, you're going to have little bitty pieces. You may not want to go this small with your pieces. You may want to stop when it hits 7 people, or you may not want something this tiny. So, let me show you. This was so funny because this little piece of fabric here, this is my largest piece in this group. And this fabric, I won it in a shop pop probably about 13 or 14 years ago. It was a long time ago. And I didn't know what to do with it. I had some beautiful Valentine fabrics that I had won. And this was in there with a few other fat quarters that I had no clue what to do with. So I gave them to a girlfriend. She went through and picked out what she wanted, and she gave them to another girlfriend. This other girlfriend and I are in the same small group together. And so I get the fat quarter, or the largest piece of the one that I didn't know what to do with then, and I still don't know what to do with now. So it's kind of ironic and funny at the same time. Now, the one that I actually paid to do this year, it is the Ogallala Challenge. And it can't be it has to be a little bitty quilt. I mean, the total circumference can't be more than 100 inches. But here's all our rules. I got packet number 52, and they only make 60 packets, I think, total. So I can add up to 4 fabrics of my own, but it has to be recognizable that I put in these fabrics. So there's got to be some of this that's recognizable, some of this, and some of this. So I'm about to iron all this and start cutting it out, and I'm going to hopefully finish in time to enter into our large quilt show this year. Our large quilt shows aren't really that big, but you know, it's fun. I'm Michelle Johnson. This is Quiltinator.com, and I am getting back to quilting. By the way, I wanted to say I'm going to put up a video link response, and if you want to show me what you've done and show everybody else what you've done, or if you and your friends get together and do the 8 fat quarter challenge, we would all love to see what y'all have created.